Also 6 AfD-Kandidaten in diesem Sommer gestorben. Und 4 davon in die letzten 2 Wochen. Warte. Da stimmt auf jeden Fall etwas nicht. Und ich weiß, statistisch ist es möglich. Ich weiß. Ich habe das Ganze auf News geguckt heute. Statistisch gesehen kann es passieren, aber trotzdem soll man noch irgendwo nachschauen. For my American and English-speaking friends, we have the AfD party here in Germany who is painted as far right. They're demonized by the establishment parties. They're trying to ban them. They're trying to arrest them. They're trying to do whatever, right? And now there's local elections in like a couple different places. And 6 of the AfD candidates have died this summer, and 4 of those died in the last 4 weeks. Now, all of us, of course, me, I'm super skeptical of anything the government tells me. And I've seen what the American government at least can do, right? When they want to get rid of people, right? We've got enough things pointing to the Clintons and the deep state and CIA and whatever. But Germany's government, I don't think is capable of doing that. Now, does that mean that there's no foul play here at this 6 deaths? Well, at least the most weird ones were, of course, the 4 that died in 2 weeks, right? And it wasn't just any AfD people. It was AfD people that are candidates to be in a political position of power in their local areas, right? So that is a little weird. And News, our only trustworthy news channel in all of Germany, they did a statistical analysis, like how possible is it, right, that this happens, that 4 AfD candidates, all running to be candidates for some position, die in 2 weeks. And the chances are like super, super, super low, but it's possible. Okay. Now, first of all, if you're the only suspect in bank robbery, right? And they can't really find anybody else, and they kind of think it's you, but the chances statistically, for whatever reason, are super, super low, but there's still a chance that, you could have done it. Do you think the cops are going to go, well, since the chances are so low, that's probably not him? You know what I'm saying? And if they do, they're fucking stupid. Right? So, yes, it could happen. And look, there's already reports out that 2 of the guys, that they're all men, okay? 2 of the guys that died had cancer. One of them had cancer and supposedly died of that. And the other one had a kidney failure, I think, and died of that. So let's be charitable and take those 2 out, okay? Let's say those 2 are natural causes. It can happen. It can happen, right? But now we've got 2 others. One is suicide. And look, guys, I'm sorry. Suicide is the American deep state way of killing motherfuckers, right? If the Clintons, like, there's so many people around the Clintons that have committed suicide that it's like a running meme about the Clintons, how many people they may have killed or had killed or whatever. Because everybody they know that they kind of like get pissed off at, they commit suicide. It's like everybody who gets dumped by the Clintons is so heartbroken that they can't stand being outside the Clinton bubble that they all killed themselves. Sure thing. Some of them killed themselves by shooting themselves twice in the back and then hanging themselves from some tree in the forest. It's really odd. And sorry, I may be crazy, right? I may be crazy. But on the other hand, the government in Germany has not given me any reason to trust anything that they say or do. And I've seen this government work, and I've seen the government work deep state-wise in America. And we also know that, look, the leftist ideologues and the establishment in Germany would like to see all of the AfD people just kind of disappear. They're causing them a lot of heartache because the AfD is getting ready to take over politics in this country, if my prediction is correct. And the establishment definitely doesn't want that, because then they will never, ever get in positions of power again. Because the likely chance is the AfD will do a much better job, at least, which isn't really difficult, but will still do a much better job than any of these establishment parties and people ever did. So once they're gone and they know it. So they want the AfD gone. And I think that when you're talking about ideologues like the left, and that's basically the CDU, CSU as well, they don't really give a fuck how they go, right? Look at John F. Kennedy. You know what I'm saying? They were like, we need this motherfucker gone. He's fucking things up. And so they killed him. You know what I mean? So why would that be so crazy in Germany? I think that the AfD should demand an investigation into the suicide. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would really look into that shit. The suicide is fishy. You know what I mean? And again, if the statistics are relatively like, okay, it really could happen to 4 people from the same party that are all running candidates for certain political positions, could all die in 2 weeks' time. Okay. What's the chances that one commits suicide and the other one, unknown causes, like they don't know how he died, right? Which is weird. It is weird. You know what I'm saying? If you look hard enough, I think in most autopsies, if you look hard enough, you're gonna find something. You know what I'm saying? Heart failure, liver failure. You know, being shot in the head's a pretty simple one. That's pretty easy. You know, but it's just like not often when they do an autopsy that it's like, well, we don't know. You know what I mean? So maybe they didn't do an autopsy on him. Maybe he just like died in his sleep. They don't know what it is. It's cost money. They don't want to go through it. Family said no. End of story. But look, people, when we're talking about the most hated party in Germany, well, not by the people, but by the elites that really want to cling to power. See, all they care about is hanging on to power. And to them, if a couple of AfD motherfuckers have to die for it, they don't give a fuck. Trust me. They really don't. They're horrible people. Most of them are. Right? Most of them are. I can't think of one politician on the other side of the AfD that I like. Okay, well, Sarah Wagenknecht's all right. You know what I'm saying? And Wolfgang Kubicki's all right, I guess. But look, there's a couple, right? But they don't have, they don't really have any clout, right? And I don't see them as people that are part of the establishment. I'm talking about the establishment politicians, right? The establishment politicians, for the most part, 99% of them, don't give a fuck about the regular people and certainly don't give a fuck about the AfD. So let's say 2 of them died from natural causes. There's still 2 that are really fucking odd to have fallen in this exact same time frame, right? So statistically, 2 of the people of the same party that are also running candidates for a certain political position, dying for natural causes in 2 weeks is probably statistically smaller or bigger. Let me think for a second. Now my math is not my thing, people don't. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it would probably be more likely that 2 people die than 4, right? But now, add the 2 people that one is unknown causes, kind of unknown. He's just dead. That's it. And the other one, suicide? I don't know, man. I don't know. I think that I get that the AfD party is going to run into the family maybe not wanting to go along with any sort of investigation or any shit. But that doesn't stop them from doing it. You know what I'm saying? They can get it. There should be an investigation. It's too fishy, right? It's too fishy. Sorry. I don't care that there is a small chance that this really could happen without, that by itself, the butterfly effect or chaos theory or whatever the fuck kind of shit you want to say. You know what I mean? That shit is not normal, dude. You know what I mean? That shit's not normal. And what are the fucking other side politicians? Look at the motherfuckers in America. These motherfuckers are sitting in those chairs until they're already dead. Like, they're dead. They're dying in their seats. They're freezing on TV. Like, they're 100 years old. You know what I mean? How is the evil side living so much longer and the good side is dropping like flies? You know what I mean? No, come on, dude. Look, for anybody to just kind of wave this away as is like, well, okay, they did the statistical check. It looks like it could happen. So, nothing to see here. That's insane. At the very least, investigate the suicide and the I don't know what happened to the guy one. You know what I mean? Because those 2 are definitely worth looking at. And look, leftists in America are killing people, right? They are. They were leftists killing Trump supporters the first time around. The motherfuckers are nuts. When people are stuck in an ideology, they will do everything for that ideology, right? Just look at the Manson killings. They were part of a cult. Manson basically brainwashed them to go out and murder for him. You know what I mean? Is what the story is. But the cult members, they keep the cult secrets. They do whatever the cult says. They're insane, right? And the left is insane. I would not put it past somebody in the left that has money, that has clout, or has the ability to do something like this, to do something like it. I just wouldn't. I don't trust these people for as far as I can throw them, and I'd rather be sure than unsure. So investigate the suicide and the I don't know, if you still can, and figure it out. I hope I'm wrong, but I think especially the suicide is one to look at, for sure. It's not this giant conspiracy theory that they're getting killed off by some leftist Antifa ninja. That's not happening. But that it's in the middle, like always. It's always like in the middle. The answer lies in the middle, usually, right? It's also nothing to see here. This is regular, everyday shit. I mean, it could happen to anybody. It's not that either. It's somewhere in the middle. So maybe 2 died of natural causes, and maybe 2, something else happened to them. And, their families have a right to justice, and we, the public of the country, have a right to know if the government or anybody in the government or any other citizen has something to do with the deaths of these politicians. So if it looks fishy, I expect the police to do an investigation. Now that's probably not going to happen, because they've already basically said what these people all died from, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? They're just going to leave it at this. There's not going to be, unless the AfD can make something happen, I don't see this going anywhere. And I don't think they're going to investigate it at all. Now, if it was 6 fucking CDU politicians, shit. There would be investigations all over the fucking place. Left, right, and center. No matter what you came up with on the statistics on the Taga show, motherfucking left would not believe it. They'd be out there going, this is impossible. This is insane. How could 6 SPD or 6 CDU politicians just drop dead in the summer? They're all candidates. That's odd, isn't it? They would be out of their fucking minds. But because it's 6 AfD people, all the people out there going like, oh, come on. What are you guys trying? Fucking tinfoil hat guy. I mean, come on, man. This could happen to anybody, any group. It happens all the fucking time, yeah? Name one time for me. Anybody out there knows about a time like this? This has happened before in any other country, that 6 candidates of the same party just happen to die from natural causes all in the same summer at 4 in the same 2 weeks. Anybody go back in history, please, tell me in the comments, please, tell me that there's been another time where this has happened, okay? I doubt it. I doubt somebody's gonna come up with something. It would be weird as fuck, okay? Maybe during the Black Plague time, so everybody died of Black Plague, okay? But we're not in the fucking Black Plague, right? This is crazy. They have to look at this further, I'm sorry. So I hope the AfD can do something. It's pretty crazy that this happened. And I wish the AfD great success in the areas that they were candidates in. I hope they put in a candidate just as good as they were or better and win the day. Because we need the AfD to be in power, people. I say it all the time in every episode. In Germany, the AfD has to get in power quick. We have to get rid of these establishment morons as fast as we can. They are tearing down the country at lightning speed, and we need to get them gone away from power at all costs. Really. And the first attempt will be to elect the AfD the next election we have here in Germany. Please do it, people. Wake up. All right? All right, guys, that's it for me for today, Wednesday, the 3rd of September. 2025 on the Insanity Report for Germany. Remember to like, subscribe, repost, retweet, re-X, do all the things that are free for you, but help me out a great deal. I appreciate that, and see you guys next time. Peace out.